Hello and welcome here to Brackenmore for this FA Cup preliminary round fixture between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Cleethorpes Town. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft. We're sponsored by Jason Rawson, carpet fitter and supplier. And we look forward to another massive match. The FA Cup, it doesn't begin in November when the league teams enter. It doesn't begin in January when the Premier League teams enter. It starts, well, actually 2 weeks ago, but for Stocksbridge, it starts today in the preliminary round. Last year was an amazing moment for the Steels. The FA Cup curse of 11 years was ended with that 3-0 goal car, and we didn't just waste opportunity. We went to the third qualifying round before being defeated by Ashington on the replay. The Steels look to go one better or maybe even two better to the first round this time, but it starts as tough as it can get. At home to Cleethorpes Town. Oh, the team's just walking out now. Cleethorpes being a team that have regularly beat Stocksbridge over the last few years. Though last season, got double. It's a tough match. Cleethorpes have brought some travelling supporters you might be able to hear in the background. And we will get the teams for you now. So Stocksbridge, just the one change today. Ben Townsend in goal, then Jordan Lemon, who comes in for Bailey Ty Baker, Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Mitch Langton, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Jack Watson, and Ife Afebu. The bench is a 7-man bench. Bailey Baker, Jack Dolman, Alex O'Connor, Thomas Poole, Lewis McCaskill, Luca DeFalco, and Henry Hampshire. So the Cleethorpes team for you now. Declan Dennis on loan from Grimsby Town makes his debut for them. Then it's Tom Jameson, Leon Dawson, Dan Gallimore, Jordan Cook, Ben Middleton, Lewis Boyd, Alex Flett, Brody Robertson, Will Annan, and Danny Rose. The bench is Harry Lewis, Paul Walker, Luke Hinsley, John Oglesby, Harry Middleton, AJ Adelican, and Jack Pearson. So we're about a minute away from kick-off here. We've got a beautiful day for it here at Brackenmore. It's very rare we've been able to say that over this summer because it has been, weather-wise, absolutely miserable. But today, it feels like it might actually be summer again. Well, as much as summer that Stocksbridge gets up here, it is usually quite chilly anyway. So, we're just having a few handshakes in the middle here. As we look forward to this tie, Ross Goodwin, who scored some vital goals in this competition last year. Him and Mitch Langton really ran it. And we will try and keep you up to date with all the fixtures happening elsewhere. We'll keep you up to date with basically any local results we see, anything involving NPL East teams in the FA Cup. And we'll try and keep you up to date with local teams, Football League and non-league. We'll do our best to keep you up to date with them as much as we can. So just having a few more talks between the referee and the captains. Final handshakes happening now. Both teams coming to this game unbeaten. I know for Steels that might not sound so impressive. It's just the 2 games. For Cleethorpes, it's been 5 games before this one. 2 in the FA Cup because they had the replay against Loughborough Dynamo. But now we are preparing for Cleethorpes to start this game. Wednesday. So Cleethorpes standing over the ball. Referee making his final few checks here. Looks down at his watch. Crowd just a bit goes into a quiet as they await kick-off now. Both teams looking to continue positive starts to the season. And here we go. Cleethorpes Town kickers off in the red shirts, black shorts, black socks, kicking from right to left. While Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from left to right. Goodwin knees the ball away. If ever tries to get a touch on it, but it goes that play. Going to be a Cleethorpes throw in 15 seconds into this one on the left-hand side in the Stocksbridge half. Ball goes in. It's with Cleethorpes now trying to find it into the middle as it goes here to Dawson. Knox throwing some good one-touch passing. Good in slime tackle. Almost got in there. Some good. It's going to get down to Lewis Boyd here, but Oglesby goes in clear. Positive start for Cleethorpes so far. Dangerous throwing now for Cleethorpes on this left-hand side. Good in play between Will Annan and Lewis Boyd here. Will Annan has been the top fit player for Cleethorpes in this season so far. Has scored 3 goals in 5 appearances. Thrown into the middle here. Takes the volley here. It's Danny Rose, and it goes well over. Going to be a goal kick. Just got under the ball there, and it's out for Ben Townsend to get the goal kick. So Stocksbridge just put under a bit of pressure pretty much immediately into this game. And Townsend will clear this one up. He's looking for a good win. He's surrounded by 2 players. Head up into the air by Middleton. And Turner challenge it, gets it to Goodwin, to Rawson, who taps it on to Watson, and Watson will gather it on the left-hand side. Down left, cuts back, then looks to beat his man, he's being covered, and then it's poked out for a corner, kicked by the Cleethorpes defence. Positive start at the other end now for Stocksbridge, and Curtis Turner will go to take the corner with Thomas Poole sat on the bench, missing on Tuesday, and will have to earn his way back in the first team after impressive performances from Watson and a favour in that game. Turner will be looking for the likes of Charlie Oglesby and Mitch Langton in here. Here comes the corner. Good look one into 6-yard area. Headed back up over, and it's Oglesby fighting for it. Appeals for a penalty for a push on Oglesby, but nothing given, and it's going to be a goal kick. Oglesby, they believe there was a push and a pull on Oglesby as he was going for that header at the far post. In the end, nothing was given. It's going to be the goal kick. I don't think it was enough to be a penalty, in all honesty, but as it goes back for Declan Dennis to take this one, the young goalkeeper from as a wasp just absolutely just flies into me though. Turner heads away, so gets the second header on. Rawson will fight free, makes it on to Ifeafabu, who will look to go one-on-one with his fullback. Ifeafabu gets the beating of his first man, to pass on to Turner. Turner gets in the box, back to Ifeafabu, puts the cross here to Hogg, and he skies it. It's a big chance for the Steels. Luke Hogg has the best chance so far, should really be putting that in the back of the net. Unlucky not to do so. But it's fantastic play between quite a few of the players, between Turner, between Ifeafabu, who looks like he may well be on it today. Ifeafabu, in all honesty, is a player that blows hot and cold at times, but if he's going to continue like that for the rest of the game, he's going to be very dangerous. Has scored in both of his last games against Cleethorpes. Back his first goal for the club came against Cleethorpes back at the start of October last year, and he would score a penalty against them in March over at Linden. Dennis clears it away. Hogg heads it to the side to Ifeafabu, takes a touch, tackle, and Cleethorpes knock it up, but Lemon will clear it out. And it's going to go to this right back area, and he's going to be comfortably headed back out, but Tinker will head it forward, looking for Turner. Turner's going to head on, trying to get the run, but looks like Gallimore's just got the beat on him and is allowed to marshal it out to be a Cleethorpes throw-in. On the right-hand side now for Cleethorpes. Big throw down the line over the top of Tinker's head, who's going to be touched on by Annan, who's fighting for it. Got 2 Stocksbridge men around him. Tackled from under his feet, but it's going to be a Cleethorpes throw-in now. Thrown inwards and flicked on, and before Tinker slices that clearance out for another throw to Cleethorpes, they're just slowly edging down this pitch. 4 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 between Stocksbridge and Cleethorpes. Annan's got a good touch, puts it onto the right wing here. They're just passing it back, being forced backwards at the moment. As Rose collects it in midfield, takes a step forward, gets it onto the right wing, face with Tinker, passing it back. Again, he's going to go back to Rose, and he's going to put a lofted ball forward, but Langton steps up, clears it out, then Rawson flicks it onto Watson. Watson just can't get it into his stride, but he gets it now. Look, Peter Member, he slips over himself, and then he's tackled. I thought they'd knocked off Watson, but it is going to be a throw-in. Unlucky for Watson there, just can't get the right touch on it there, and then slips on, and now it's with Tinker for this throw-in. No idea what Ian Richard's shout of too sticky means. Tinker throws it down to Watson. And back to Tinker, and he's going to knock it forward. Ifeafabu was going to try and chase it, but it's a bit too far for him. Going to be comfortably collected by Dennis. Bit of a surprise on the team sheet here, Declan Dennis. We hadn't had him in the Cleethorpes squad on the website. Back now for the young keeper. Knocks it long to the right wing, looking for Brodie Robertson, who's situated himself there, but it's gone over his head and he's out for a throw-in. Tink will get it just inside the Cleethorpes half. He's taking his time over it as well. He's not sure what options he's got. Ian Richards is shouting what he wants to do with it, and Tinker drills one on. Rawson heads it on, and he's going to get to a Fabu here on the left wing, but he's tackled out. Play going to be a Steele's throw-in now, on line with the penalty area. Backnet Tinker will come over to take that. Went to some of our new advertising holidays. Airflow, one of our new sponsors there, as Tinker is looking for his options. He hasn't really got any. Some movement now, and so now get to Watson, who's looking to get beaten. But a foul thrown from Tinker is penalised. A frustrating one to lose out on, and frustrating that it's been given because when do we ever see them actually get given? Because we see about a million a game, but they never seem to get penalised. Referee's on it though today. Cleethorpes now have the throw-in. Carlton Town have taken the lead against Maltby Main. Romello Nangle has scored there. As throwing goes down, Oaksley heads into midfield, but Cleethorpes collect. They knock it back here. Almost switched rows, but instead he's going to put it onto the right-hand side to Gallimore. Gets it onto the right wing to Robertson, but that's tackled and out for a throw-in. And we've got to tell you about Consett have taken lead against Penrith. Will Shaw scoring in that northern battle. The very northern battle. As it's just in the midfield here, Hogg following him, but he gets it back to Rose. Rose switches out, looking for Flett. Flett's going to take it in stride. Fabu gives him a bit of a shunt, and it's going to be a free kick for Cleethorpes in a dangerous position. And Stocksbridge not really happy with that one being given. Probably was a foul, but you know, I think I saw one that wasn't given that way in the Women's World Cup. I think, oh no, it was last night at Sheffield United Forest. I saw something like that not being given. Flett here will take it, right-footed, curling in. Oglesby gets somewhat away, and it's not cleared yet, but it's a poor touch from Cleethorpes that takes it out of play for a goal kick. 8 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Seals and Cleethorpes Town. Stocksbridge have had the biggest chance so far. Luke Hogg blown over after some brilliant play. Langton's just got the ball now. Sends it long, looking for the runner. Rawson. It's a great ball. Rawson just can't get it under his feet though, and it's back with Dennis. That ball from Mitch Langton, absolutely brilliant though. He is a bit of an FA Cup legend for the Steels. Scored the winner against Marine in the second qualifying round. One of the great moments of last season. As Goodwin heads it on. A Fabu then heads it on, but I think it was okay. I say head. It was actually it was Cleethorpes' hand there. I thought it was more Murphy's hand than it was Cleethorpes. But the Steels will get a free kick out of it. One that, if they look on the highlights, I think Cleethorpes would be a bit aggrieved by, especially if they do concede from this sort of thing. Curtis Turner's just getting instructions from Ian Richards of what's going to happen at this free kick. Hopefully that instruction includes, and at the end, it goes in the back of the net. So Turner will step up. Quite a few players on the edge of the box here, just about a yard or two out, more on that semicircle shape. Turner's drilling that ball in, and it's above everyone, and Oaksley is just trying to keep it in, and actually Cleethorpes have to boot it out to keep it safe. So second corner of the game for the Steels now. As Liverpool are losing 1-0 to Bournemouth. Antoine Semenyo has scored that one. I'm very glad I did not pick him for a last man standing. For our reserves last man standing, which if you want to get involved with, do get in touch and we'll link you with Mark Fretwell. Curtis Turner with the corner, right footer, looking for the far post, looping one, but there's a foul in the box, and it's not. The free kick has been given Cleethorpes' way. I think Stocksbridge are just not some underwhelming early set piece attempts here. So long from Dennis here. And it's headed on by Flett. Onto Annan, who's done a good touch to get away from Hogg. He's going to look for the runner, Brody Robertson on the right wing. It's a great ball looking for him. Gets it to feet on the right wing. Robertson facing up with Tinker. He's got some support. He's going to lay it off to his support. Good play. Back to Gallimore there, whose shot is blocked. And then Watson's got to carry away. He's tackled by Rhodes, which is out of play for a throw in here. Good play from Cleethorpes there, all made by that fantastic ball to Brody Robertson. Tinker throws it Turner, who chests it back to Tinker. Right-footed long ball forward and headed away by Cook into midfield to Hogg, who avoids the man coming from behind him. Pass through is deflected away and cleared out into defence. Oglesby will cover it, pass it on to Langton in a bit of a short one, but Langton is able to boot it away. Headed away by Cleethorpes onto Robertson, who's right-footed long ball forward, but Oaks heads away to Turner, chests it down to Hogg, who's sent one long. Watson's going to chase that and see if he can cause a problem for Jamieson, and he does win the battle with Jamieson, then gets the ball. Jamieson then gets the last touch onto it and knocks it out for a steal throw-in. Here, Tinker with the throw-in now on the left-hand side. Looking for Turner, who chests it down, got a bit of a push in the back there, and it's actually going to be a Cleethorpes throw-in. I thought pushing back might have been a foul, but no. Some goals. Sheffield FC have taken the lead against Skegness Town. Adam Watson has scored another. Well, I was going to say South Yorkshire versus Seaside Battle. They're not South Yorkshire, actually, are they? And Pontefract are losing 1-0 to Guysborough. Joshua Pickett has made the keeper pick it out of the net. As Langton clears it, but it's blocked, and it's going to be one right back for him. Longton's going to be the first onto it. I think he's trying to let it out for a throw-in, and he does with Robertson pressing. Going to be a throw-in down there, and there can be a bit of a stoppage. Jordan Lemon's getting a talking to by our referee here today. And I'm wondering if that's part of our new rules to basically try and clamp down on this referee talk back. No bucking for Lemon, but that might be warning of, right, stop being chippy with me. As this throwing his head away. The referees have got in the way of both players there. As Oglesby heads it away, Hogg will head it on, and Turner's going to look to get it, but instead it's headed back before Tinker just big boot away. Going to go back into the defence for Cleethorpes to head away. Back for Hogg, who's going to take touch, and he goes down under pressure and gets a free kick for Stocksbridge. 13 minutes gone in this tie. 0-0 at the moment. Langton looking to get it to the right one too. Ifia Fabu now. Headed backwards by Dawson, out for a throw-in here for the Steels. Lemon now will go up to take this throw-in. Lemon throws it back to Langton, takes a touch. Right-footed will put a ball into the box, and it's going to be headed away, and it's going to go to right wing. Lemon's going to keep it in. Lemon trying to beat his man. He's stumbling a bit, but he is being forced backwards. Back to a Fabu, trying to get the ball in, but blocked out for a Steel's throw-in. So another Stocksbridge will keep this pressure on for now. Throws it into a Fabu, back to Lemon, right-footed ball in, looking for the far end, but well confidently claimed by Declan Dennis, who's thrown it out quickly. Louis Rose taps it on to Will Annan. Will Annan looking for the runner Robertson. Tinker's looking to get the beating of him. Great sliding challenge from Tinker, and he's going to look to keep it in as well. He can't do that, but it's a fantastic sliding challenge to stop Robertson from advancing any further. But that's something to be wary of with Dennis, of how quickly he can distribute the ball. So it's up with Jamieson to take this throw-in. Looking here for Annan on the right side. Back to Jamieson. He's unmarked and will put the cross in unchallenged. Oglesby heads it away. Rose will fight for it with Hogg, and it's just gone behind Hogg, that ball as it's bounced back. Goodwin's flipped into the back. It's going to be a free kick here for Cleethorpes, and this is when some of the Cleethorpes fans are getting excited because Alex Flett is a threat from this sort of set piece. Ross Goodwin's going to get a talking to from this referee as well. So it's from just a yard outside the box here. It's a dangerous one on the right-hand side. Annan is the one who's over it. So there is another option there of Louis Rose, who is the left-footed option, which is going to keep Townsend honest here. And here it comes. And Rose is the one who's going to take it. It's on target. Townsend makes a good save. Hogg flicks it away. Cleethorpes still on the ball. Back to Dawson here. Touches forward, looking for the space. And then over is Gallimore, who gets tripped by Lemon. And it's another set piece to defend for the Steels. Getting a bit into this trap that Stocksbridge do get into every so often, where they just start committing lots of fouls toward the edge of their box. And you just basically get a wait to be punished. Will be Right-footed ball going to be coming in a minute for Cleethorpes. Stocksbridge will look to defend from this free kick, a dangerous free kick. Here comes right-footed ball in, a very high ball towards the far end. It's going to bounce to the end, kept in and sliced in. Oglesby gets a foot to knock it away, but Cleethorpes will get it back, not properly cleared yet. Anand's on it on the right wing now, being forced backwards. Hogg is pressing as it goes further back. Then it goes to Rose, who had that good chance, flicked over into the box, and Townsend claims it. Fantastic play over his head by Ben Townsend. And Townsend looks to calm his defence down a bit after some tough defending there. Townsend sends it long, looking for Rawson, who flicks it on. A Faber will look to fight for it. Claims it, appeals for a handball, not given. Probably was handball as well. But it's going to be cleared by Cleethorpes, charged down by Faber and out for a throw-in. And it has hit someone's pint in the crowd there. So he's going to have to get a new one. He's not particularly... He seems happy about it, actually. I don't think he's moaning. But that's another few quid he's going to go spend on the bar. Annoyingly, that's in our blind spot for the camera, because I'd love to get that on the TikTok later on. Dawson will throw it out. Langton gets his first head and he keeps it in with his feet. Then he goes to Rawson, who's looking to turn. Tries to get it to a Fabu, blocked and going to be out for another Steele's throw-in. Steele's getting a bit more spell possession now. Ossett United are heading their FA Cup match against Wythenshawe. Jimmy Burke has scored for them. Lemon throws it out, look for Rawson, who chests it down. Goodwin will try to get up, it's cleared by Cleethorpes. Back to Annan, who turns well. Annan looks to get past Langton, back heel of Langton blocks him, but it's still with Louis Boyd who's challenging. Great challenge from Lemon. Now with Rose, who's going to pass it back here to the keeper, Dennis. Takes a bit of an awkward bounce, but Dennis will collect it comfortably. And then it's sent long here for Tinker to head it away, and it's going to just go out for a throw-in quite deep in the right-back area for Cleethorpes. Well, there's been some goals happening in Cleethorpes' rivals Grimsby Borough's game. Grimsby Borough had taken the lead with Kane Farah against Melton Town, but an equaliser just a few minutes later from Tom Wackley for Melton. So it's 1-1 there. Throwing down line, looking here for Cleethorpes down into midfield, and then back into defence and looking for Boyd here. Boyd takes the touch back into central defence as Cleethorpes is passing it round. We'll get it through here to Gallimore, forced backwards back to Rose and trying to get back to left back, but to Dawson, but it's overhit pass and out for a throw-in. And it looks like the Cleethorpes manager is going to get a telling off from our referee here. Yeah, there is. The referees have been told to clamp down more on chat back, on people potentially saying bad things to them. It's a perfectly correct move here. It is just a warning for the referee, for the manager here. And he will be told to cut it out, whatever he was doing. So ball in midfield for Lemon, touch it onto Afebo, and he's going to go over there and earn a free kick. So another good opportunity for the Steels. Turner will head over to take it. And look, this is a great opportunity. Set pieces like this have been a strength for Stocksbridge over the Richards era. The likes of Langton and Goodwin in there and Oglesby. Here comes Turner's free kick. It's looking for Goodwin, but it's Oglesby gets head onto it, but he can only send it even wider than where he was. It's a goal kick. 20 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 so far. Both teams have had good chances. So Luke Hogg will be cursing the fact he did not give the Steels the lead. Ball going long here, headed on by Anna, and then Tinker will touch it out, throw into Cleethorpes. As there's a bit of a foul, there's a foul there, bad one here from Turner, who's going to get a yellow card for that challenge. So Turner gets our first booking of the game. And it's a free kick on the right-hand side now for the Owls. Not the usual Owls here in Sheffield. They're playing down at Penistone, a bit further down on Penistone Road at the moment. As it's well turned here from Gallimore. Going to send one down the right wing for Robertson, but Oglesby will get to it first and clear it out. Watson takes a good touch, gets immediately harassed, loses the ball, Watson, and back to the right-hand side here for Gallimore. Then back on the right-hand side, and it's going to be challenged and out for a throw-in. Cleethorpes continuing a bit of pressure. It seems to be each team gets a bit of a spell of pressure at the moment. As Annan skips out of a challenge, and Oaksby's going to try and track him down the right, but Annan turns the ball in for Robertson over his head, and Goodwin knocks it away. And now Watson gets it, and Watson will look to try and get a counter, but I think he's just a bit slow off the mark there, but he does keep the ball, gets it to Hogg, who tries to get it through, look for the runner, Turner, but it deflects. Rawson will get a big shunt in the back, but Rawson's going to continue anyway. Rawson marauding down the right-hand side, tackle goes in, it's deflected on Ross, and a free kick has been given for advantage here for a foul on Rawson earlier on in that move. Belper are 1-0 down to Leek Town. Mark Grove put through in there. There's another free kick which gives Stocksbridge a chance to put this ball in. So another good opportunity for the Steels. Barnsley are losing 1-0 to Oxford United as Turner puts this free kick in, looks for Oglesby, heads it, tries to head it back across, but it's just going to go wide to be a goal kick. You could see what the idea was from that set piece. It just didn't work out. Back now for Dennis to take. Sent long here. Headed on by Fleck, but going to be headed by Turner. Rawson chests it and touches it to a Fabu. Can't control it. Out for a throw-in. Back now for Dawson for the throw-in. He's going to try and get it down towards attack. Knocked down here by Fleck. Forced backwards here to Rose. Trying to get the right-hand side, but it's ended up deflecting off Gallimore. And going up for a throw-in. It was perfectly into the back of Tom Jamieson as he was trying to side attack, but Gallimore was in the way, and he's ended up deflecting with his shoulder a bit out for a throw-in. Tinker gives the short to Hogg. Takes the touch. Being forced backwards here. Then gets it back to Langton. Langton's going to carry it forward here. Right-footed looking for the left wing, looking for Tinker, but well intercepted by Jamieson, who heads it away, and then it eventually bounces out to be a throw-in. Now in midfield, Turner. He's going to cross it over to Langton now. Langton takes touch. He's going to try and get it to Lemon on the right side. Lemon chests the ball down. Keeps it in just about. Fabu is forced back to Langton. Left-footed ball forward from Langton. No one challenging it for Stocksbridge. Easily headed away. Oglesby will collect in defence in his own half. Oglesby left-footed ball forward looking for the run of Tinker, but it's too far for him. It's a throw in here for Cleethorpes. And the referee's not happy with something blowing his whistle there. Just not sure what yet. And we're just waiting to see what referee's having to talk about here. Oh, he's taking his top off. That's what the referee's doing. I think the referee, to the cheers are, here in the Steel City, we're getting the full Monty from the referee right now. I'm not sure what's happening here, but the referee's taken his top off. It's over in the opposite corner of the pitch in front of some advertising audience. Hello, Airflow. Don't know if that's what you signed up for when you sponsored us, but you've currently got a top plus referee. I mean, I'm mystified. I don't know what's happening here. He's going to put his top back on now after that. So, there you go. His top's coming back on. I think he's been to gym this week and wants to show off. But sure, so the referee has the top back on now, and the game will presumably resume in a second. And yep, that stops back on. And we're just going to carry on like that's never happened, I think. And there's some sarcastic cheers from the stop. So I'm not sure what way it was going off there, but we'll see. We'll ask our secretary. I'm sure we'll ask the referee of why did you stop the game to take your top off and then put it back on. Anyway, thrown here to Will Annan from Cleethorpes, and Gooding goes in with a tackle. Turner trying to carry it down left hand side, trying to flick it through, looking for Rawson, deflecting and gets to Rawson, trying to get himself inside. Good footwork from the striker, trying to cross it, looking for a Fabu. Fabu holds it down well, and the tackle goes in. If Fabu's going to keep it, 2 men on a Fabu now, bounces away from him, and it is going to be a foul here, though Lemon was hoping for the advantage. And it's going to be a free kick here for the Steels, and a booking here for Leon Dawson. So, Stocksbridge unhappy that the advantage again because Lemon had a good position for a good ball in. Liverpool have equalised against Bournemouth. Luis Diaz has scored. And Bellingham scored for Sunderland, but not that one. The other one. The little brother. And Brighouse Town are leading 1-0 against Colne. Mohamed Kassim. So Turner here with another chance to put a good quality ball in. Here it is. It is a good looking one for the far end. Headed away. Faber's going to look to keep this one in. Faber takes a shot. It's deflected out, and it's hit the chest of that defender who's took a proper bang from that shot. It had some power on it, and it's a corner kick for the Steels over on the left hand side. He's going to get up the young lad who got hit. Can't see which player it was who took that smack. Can't see his number, I'm afraid. So here comes the corner. Turner sending it, looking for the far post. Osley heads it back in, but no one's there for the header back in. Easily cleared there by Flett. Goes back to Tinker, who's going to put a boot down the left, and it's well overhit. Going to be a throw in there to Cleethorpes, fairly close to their own corner flag. Turner, I think Katinko didn't really hit that with any grace or subtlety. Just bash. Throwing down, and Tinker will head it back into midfield. Watson trying to control, but head away from him, and Watson earns the free kick. There's something we learned about this referee is that he is not letting any little niggle go. Every little push pull is getting penalised, and the players will need to just get used to that. Back for Turner to take this free kick. Another one, this time from the left-hand side. Turner did score from a free kick from this sort of distance against Brighouse at the very start of the year. That was more a keeper's error, not really realising, but here comes Turner's one. That one's definitely not going to go in. That one's definitely not going to... That one's just going to go over everyone and out for a goal kick. Not very well executed from Curtis Turner, I'm afraid. Back for Declan Dennis to take this one. We are 30 minutes exactly now into the game, and it's still 0-0 as it's head on to Hogg. Hogg's going to knock it on for Rawson to chase, and it's been covered there by Middleton, who's doing a good job shielding from Rawson. Rawson trying desperately not to foul, but he passes it back and it's cleared away. Over the top here to Anna, looks to hold the ball. He's doing it well for Hogg gets footing, but it is going to go back to Flett. Now to Rose. He's going to get it onto Robertson on the right-hand side, looking for the run of the overlap of Jameson. He's found him really well here. Some good play, but well tackled by Jack Watson, who gets the pass off to Turner, gets through one time, but then it loses the ball in midfield. But well in from Hogg. It's going to go back into Cleethorpes' defence here for Middleton, who's been pushed, and now going to get it to Dawson on this left-hand side. Gets the beating of a Fabia. Good footwork from Dawson, and then he's looking to get it the right way. And the good footwork is matched up by a terrible pass that is aimed at absolutely no one. Townsend has collected and taken it into his own box now. Townsend taking his touch and then will send it on looking for Rawson, who it's headed away from back to Langton. He's first one trying to get it long. Goodwin's going to chase that and it's charged down and Goodwin's breaking in. Goodwin has the chance. Goodwin from the narrow angle blocked by Cook and it is a corner kick for the Steels. It's a big opportunity, but Goodwin just can't get the beat of his man. Well recovered from Jordan Cook and it's going to be a corner kick for the Steels. Another one. As Turner now will. Another opportunity to send the delivery and will be an in-swinger from the right here. Here it comes, a good-looking ball in. Headed from Goodwin, just wide! Ross Goodwin, who's got such a fantastic record in this competition, scored against Marine and Ashington last year. Coming very, very close to scoring there. Was in the preliminary round this time last year against Prestwich Hayes away from home. What a doing a bit like a rugby scrum there with the way that Afebu was being pushed back. And then Leon Dawson, as he was going forward, is told to get further back. And Dawson is continuing to complain, which is a bit of a daft thing because Dawson's on the booking, and we've seen already that this referee is going to be on it if you are chatting back to him. Headed up in the air by Annan, it's going to be an aerial battle. Goodwin gets his back onto it before it's cleared away by Cleethorpes. Out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Now, waiting for Lemon to get this ball so he can restart play here. Some more goals say that out is that there was an equaliser to Skegness against Sheffield FC, but Benny Noodlevu has put them back ahead. It's 2-1 to Sheffield. It's another throw further down the line for Lemon to take. Also, Pontefract have equalised against Guysborough. It's Adam Poor. Lemon will throw it back to Hogg. Knocks forward to Gunner, tries to flick it, but misses it. Cleared by Cleethorpes now. Langton's tracking this ball back. He's under some pressure as well. Comes off his back and he's lost out that battle of pressure with Annan. Annan been brilliant player for Cleethorpes so far. Touches it back here and then well tackled in from Langton. Gives it back now to Middleton in the Cleethorpes defence. Now it's currently with Cook who's going to get it to the right-hand side, but then Oglesby will clear it out. It's going to be a throw-in on that right-hand side for the away team. 34 minutes gone. It's 0-0 here at the moment. Back in the midfield now for Cleethorpes with Flett, who's trying to get it to Boyd, who's just about kept it in. Back with Flett now, and then all the way to Rose. Flett back to Rose as happy to pass it about, and now passing it about. We had a bit of speed and pace, moving the Stocksbridge midfield about as it goes to the right-hand side. Takes the touch in, but Tinker goes in with a tackle. Back to Jameson, who's going to charge down the right wing, being followed by Watson. They try to get the ball down the line, and it is going to be a goal kick here. Matt Townsend who has to go fetch it all himself. That's probably the most running that Townsend does when he has to go fetch a ball from behind that goal. And he's taken his time with it as well, which means and I've just seen Dunstan have taken lead against Knaresborough. Sado Jallo scoring that one. So, wait for Townsend to take this goal kick. Stocksbridge leading with a lot of people on that front line at the moment, so I think you can see what Townsend's going to do. So Townsend here sends the ball long. Rawson will look to head it on. It comes off his back. Afebu looks to get to the seconds. His touch is blocked, but then and loses it to Boyd. Goodwin wins it off him though, and Goodwin's going down the right-hand side. Goodwin tries to put a ball into a very poor quality ball and over the top for a goal kick. So we just wait for it. Now another goal kick this time. On the other side. Aversley have got a goal against Swallow Nest. It's 2-1 to Aversley in that game. So back here for Dennis, who send it long now. Headed back by Oglesby. Rawson's going to look to chase it down the left-hand side. Jamieson will beat him to the ball. It's controlled well by Jamieson. He does clear out, but only to Hogg, who chests it down. Lays it for Langton. Touch pass forward to Turner. Outside the heel pressure. It's a bit of a poor pass to Lemon, and Lemon's going to battle it for Boyd and loses that battle, but slowed it down enough that Stocksbridge aren't going to be too caught out, and that has got back now to Annan, who's been forced backward by Turner, who wins out that ball, but Dawson collects it. Dawson's lost track of the ball. Lemon to get in. Goodwin's gone forward. Goodwin's going to get it on the right-hand side. He's been pressed now too. Has his shirt pulled a bit. Back to Lemon. Lemon takes a touch. Puts the ball into long lifted ball. Look for Turner, but Dennis is going to collect it. And Turner makes some contact with Dennis there at the same time. And Dennis is going to be laid on the ground for a bit there. He is going to get back to his feet. Good looking ball there from Lemon, but Dennis is quite confident in his own box and claimed it well. Notts County are beating Doncaster Rovers. The local fixture, Macaulay Langstaff scoring that one. There's a long ball here from Dennis, goes forward. Goes to Ozu, heads it away. Then not for by Cleethorpes. Robertson keeps it in on the right hand side. He's been forced backwards into midfield to Rose and back to Robertson. Robertson being forced back here to Jameson. A bit of heady touch, but Robertson keeps that in and gets in midfield for Rose. Unpressed Rose when it's quite loose, and then they get a great ball here to Boyd. It's completely missed by Lemon, and Boyd collects it on the left hand side. He's got some options, plays it back, but well blocked and cleared by Langton, but only to Rose now. Gets it back to the left hand side. Back to Dawson. Into midfield to Rose. Bit of a poor touch, but he's going to pass it along anyway to Gallimore now, who bets it back here to Flett. Flett, right-footed, looking to get it across to Brodie Robertson. It's a good ball. Robertson collects it. He's going to get the overlap option of Jamieson, but he's going to cut inside. Robertson takes a shot. Well palmed away by Townsend for a while. That was sneaking at the near post. Corner kick on that right-hand side now for Cleethorpes. And that's what Brodie Robertson offers. Such a dangerous attacker. Has scored against the Steels before. The last time Cleethorpes won that 3-1 win over in 2022. But well palmed away from Ben Townsend for that one. So here comes the left-footed, very high corner. Look for the far end, and there's going to be a foul there. I think there was two fouls there. One, Oglesby got pushed over, and one, I believe Townsend was getting impeded. So back now for a goal kick. As the manager there is having again a telling off from the linesman now. The Cleethorpes manager, the linesman basically saying, "Look, you're far away. The referee's 10 yards away. Who do you think sees it better?" Is the not what is a direct quote, can I just say, but the essential words of what he's saying to the Cleethorpes manager here, who has already been told off once by the main referee here. Townsend sends it long here, looking for Rawson, who heads it on. Faber's going to have to track back to collect it. He's got three men round him. He knocks it off Boyd and gets a throw in, though, for the Steels. As it's now back with Lemon now for this throw in. Not really got any options on, but then there's some movement, and there's still no real options on. I'm going to throw it down line looking for Rawson, but it's intercepted and out for another throw in for the Stocksbridge. 40 minutes gone, and it is 0-0 here. Still waiting for our first goal in this match. Both teams have the chances. Thrown to Langton. Takes a touch. Good touch away from the defender and gets it to Hogg. Back to Langton, who's going to have to get it all the way back to Oglesby. Takes a touch. Left-footed looking for Lemon on this right-hand side. Dawson will head it away. Faber looking to get onto it, but Boyd collects it. Only gives it back to Lemon, though. Back to a Faber, who's going to put inside, looking to get in the box. But he's been stopped. His tackle goes out to Hogg. Takes a touch, looking for the run 11, but it's a poor one, and it's going to go back for Dennis here. Bit of a letdown, that final ball there, as it's back now with the Cleethorpes goalkeeper making his debut today. Ball going long here. Oglesby heads off the back off Annan, and it goes to Roberts on the right-hand side, finds the run of Gallimore on the right here, being forced backwards by Oglesby here, I mean, all the way back to Rose. Rose left-footed gives the pass now to Flett, who's getting pressed, but he gets pressed, takes a shot, and that's high and wide, and probably more likely to hit the lorry that's blocking our road at the moment than because yeah, if you don't know, we've had some track road issues before this game today. A lorry that's meant to be fixing the road just behind the stand to our right here has it's broke down just as it's trying to enter that road with a digger on the back. And it's blocking Bocking Hill at the moment, which made it quite fun for some of our fans to attend, and probably for the Cleethorpes town coach as well. But I can see we've got a healthy crowd here today anyway. They got past the lorry, and they made it here. So Townsend here, prepared to take this goal kick with 3 minutes left of this half. Sent long to Watson, who takes the touch, but he's been lost it there to Gallimore, passes it back to Cook, who clearance is charged down by Goodwin, throwing to Cleethorpes in their own half, front of the JBM recycling stand. As it's just going to be this throw in on the right. Jamieson, big throw down the line. Tinker clears it back down. It's going to be headed away by Middleton, but then intercepted by Goodwin. It's going to go down to that right side and out for a throw in here. Basically in an identical position for the Owls. And it's a big throw down the line, headed away by Oglesby. Then Goodwin will head it on. Rawson's trying to get on the end of it, but being well collected there by Middleton, who tried to charge away, but then blocked and then knocked down long from Cleethorpes, but out of play for a Stocksbridge throw in. Thrilling play for those last couple of minutes. So Liverpool leading 2-1, I can see, against Bournemouth. Throwing down the line and pull a shot on Rawson before it's cleared away. And then Annan knocks it away, but then Turner gets it. Turner knocks it long. But if Fabu's touch is well too heavy, all he needed was a little tap into the path of Watson, who was running alongside him, really. But Fabu giveth, and Fabu taketh away. As it's with Dennis now. Sending it long. Head away by Tink in the middle, but headed right back by Rose for Oglesby to head it right back. Wilson takes to feet, tries to touch it pass, but it's gone back to Cleethorpes. It's a good pass for Cleethorpes, worryingly, as they get it to Boyd on the left-hand side. Lays it off for Flett, but a good challenge in from Goodwin, and it's going to be a throw-in on that left-hand side. Dawson will come and collect this one, making his 5th appearance this season. Shows you Cleethorpes just already well into this season, thanks to the playing in that early round FA Cup, playing a replaying it, and also playing a Lincolnshire Senior Cup match against Grimsby Borough, which they won 2-0. As Goodwin wins a tackle, gets his clearance, charge down and throw into Stocksbridge. 44 minutes gone. We haven't seen the added time board go up yet, but it's much smaller and much more easier to miss this year. Joys. As Lemon throws it down the line and head back by Dawson. Going to go in the midfield and it's going to be Oglesby heads away. Rawson flicks onto Watson. Watson takes a touch. He's going to look for the run of Turner. It's a bit beyond Turner. Turner will get to it anyway. Turner knocks on for a failed chase. And then going to be knocked away. I was a bit surprised by the number that came up for a second, but instead it's going to be 3 minutes of added time in this half. Throwing goes into Watson. That's for the striptease the referee did earlier on in the game. As it goes to Tinker, who's going to throw it down for Watson, and can it just stay in? Watson does keep it in. You just can't get the ball across there. Can't very high, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Out now for a goal kick for Dennis to take. One of the kids behind the goal, getting it for us. Grimsby Borough, one of Cleethorpes' main rivals over there, are now losing 2-1 to Melton Town. Gregory Mills has scored from the spot for Melton. As it's now for Dennis to take. I know Grimsby Borough at one point actually got higher than Cleethorpes. I think they finished higher as well in the league, and they took that as a big talking point for themselves as Dennis's goal kick goes straight out of play for Stocksbridge, hits the VO that Cleethorpes have brought, so some shaky footage. Be a bit like Blair Witch Project now, that bit. As Lemon will throw this one down the line. Looking for Rawson, but headed away. Going to be field. Going to be collected by Annan, and An opportunity to attack here if Adam picks his choices right. He's going to look for the late off for Robertson, but Tinker's covered that really well. And he's going to pass it back to Townsend. It's a bit of a poor pass back, but Townsend will boot that one away. Before it's cleared back away by Cleethorpes, and then Boyd here will collect it. Appeals for an offside, not given. They claim Boyd came from an offside position to get that, but not said so by the referee. Jamieson will get it on the right-hand side. Then to Rose. Rose collects. Pass it back into defence now. Then the left looking for Boyd here. Boyd is going to get the touch in the box here, being forced backwards here by Lemon. Back into the field, but well intercepted by Hogg. Hogg's going to look to get a counter immediately going, but working a bit too quick for everyone else there. It's now back in defence. It's just stayed in there, and it's going to get passed back now to Dennis. Dennis just takes it to feet here. And we'll send it long. Head away by Hogg, then headed high up into the air. Goodwin looking to get the header. Peels fouls on both sides. Langton's just not even seen that ball. Came off the back of his ankle for a second, but they get it back to Townsend. Anyway, Townsend sends it long, looking for Orson, who's getting his shirt pulled all the way, and a free kick will be given for that. And it's a booking there for Ben Middleton, who immediately starts yelling at the referee for it. I don't know if he's getting the booking for the foul or for it. And then it looks like the manager here for Cleethorpes is also going to get a booking for bemoaning the decision. And if he's not careful, this referee is going to be spending the rest of this game in our dressing room. He can go help that digger out. So Turner here with the free kick. As the referee just takes time writing the book. Can I just say about this referee, unlike a lot of non-league referees, he's so quick to get the card out of his book, which makes my life so much easier. Because at least I know who's getting a booking or not. Rather than have... And a referee can't, and a player can't try and talk themselves after it and all. I think it was more for the reaction than the actual foul. It was a shirt pull, definite foul. And now Turner will take the chance for the free kick. Clips the ball in, looks for Goodwin, headed away. Just goes over the top of Watson. And it's going to be half-time. So it's 0-0 here. Stocksbridge got a big chance early on. Some great play. Gave it to Hogg in some space in the box, but he bled it over. Biggest chance for Cleethorpes came with Brodie Robertson shot from the edge of the box. That was well palmed away by Ben Townsend. But right now, this game remains on a knife edge. It's 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Cleethorpes Town. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back to this FA Cup preliminary round match between Stocksbridge Park Seals and Cleethorpes Town. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft, and we are sponsored by Jason Rawsick, Carpet Fitter and Supplier. The teams are back out now. It's 0-0 in that first half, as it was on Tuesday night for the Steels. So, again, when they face Liversedge, both sides that were playing today, Stocksbridge and Cleethorpes, beat Liversedge 3-0. Which is a little interesting quirk into this one. But now Stocksbridge are ready to get this game underway. It's on a knife edge. Both teams have had chances. Maybe Cleethorpes has had a couple more, but Stocksbridge do have some good options on the bench as well to turn things in their direction. So we're just waiting for the referee to have a few little final checks. We'll see if hopefully his shirt is on correctly this time and it won't need to be changed or taken off. So Curtis Turner stands over the ball here, waiting to get the okay from the referee. And here we go. So Curtis Turner kicks the ball back and Stocksbridge Park Steels get this game underway in the yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from right to left, while Cleethorpes Town in the red shirts, black shorts and black socks, kicking from left to right. The teams are as follows. There's no changes at the half. So for Stocksbridge, it's Ben Townsend in goal. Then it's Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Luke Hogg, Charlie Oglesby, Mitch Langton. There's a chance at Fabu here is going to try and put the ball in. Looking here for Watson, but it's headed away. Watson will collect it. He's looking to get the touch, trying to get through, but then cleared. So Charlie Oglesby in defence. Mitch Langton, and now actually, if Annan's going to get it on the left-hand side, there might be opportunity. We will get this team out for you eventually. As Annan here will lay the pass off here for Flett. Then over to Robertson on the right-hand side, then back here to Gallimore, then to Rose, looking to get through Cleethorpes here. We'll read out their team in a second. We haven't even finished the Stocksbridge team yet. As Gallimore collects it on the right-hand side, back to Jamieson, then to Rose, then to Jameson again and back here to Cook. So, yeah, we'll continue with the team for now. Mitch Langton, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Jack Watson and Iffy Fabu. The bench is Bailey Baker, Jack Dolman, Alex O'Connor, Thomas Poole, Lewis McCaskill, Luca DeFalco and Henry Hampshire. Seven-man bench being possible because of the FA Cup. Steel's just clear from that attack, but still with Cleethorpes. The Cleethorpes team is Declan Dennis in goal, Tom Jamieson, Leon Dawson, Dan Gallimore, Jordan Cook, Ben Middleton, Lewis Boyd, Alex Flett, Brody Robertson. Brody Robertson here is just cut inside, back to Gallimore, then to Rose, who's sized up for the shot, but he blocks. He's trying to break through instead. Heavy touch from Rose as he gets into the box and it's going to bounce out for a goal kick. So Lewis Boyd there, Alex Flett, Brody Robertson, Will Annan, Danny Rose. Then the bench is Harry Lewis, Paul Walker, Luke Hinsley, John Oglesby, Harry Middleton, AJ Adelican, and Jack Pearson. Both teams coming out with some positive play to try and be the ones to get this opener, because I know it's a cliche. It's one of those very obvious cliches because, of course, the first goal will matter, but it's one where this game is one where the first goal feels like it's going to really, really matter. Anyway, here comes Townsend's long ball forward, very low one, headed away by Cleethorpes, back to Oglesby, who gets it onto the left wing, and Watson tries to come back to get it, but Cleethorpes first onto it was an overhit pass and out for a Stocksbridge throw-in. Just goes to hot, then back to Tinker, knocks forward, and heads it onto Goodwin, who knocks it on. Fabu has to come back to collect it, but Dawson wins that battle. Gives it to Boyd, who's looking to get the beating of Lemon here. And Boyd, he knocks it in front. He has the pace there, but Lemon has the physicality and the nous and wins that ball back, and it's back with Langton now. Sent long here by Langton, and Wilson will try and chase him out for a throw-in on the left-hand side. Ashington have taken lead against Stockton Town in the FA Cup. Carl Ross there. Ashington have yet to win yet this season. So it's back here on that left-hand side, throw-in going down line. Hogg will head it away, back into defence and cleared away by Cleethorpes. Langton looking to be the first onto it with Annan bearing, and Langton will pass it back to Townsend, and Townsend will just boot that one away and out for a Cleethorpes throw-in. Throw-in goes in here, then back to the left-hand side to Dawson, then Dawson will go down there from Goodwin going in on him, and it's going to be a free kick. And Dawson there is clutching his face after going down. but the referee doesn't look like he's going to do any further penalising. Don't think the referee saw whatever happened anyway. I didn't see it. Short one here to Rose. Steels have to be alive and awake to it. Rose here plays it out here to Boyd. He's going to get it out to the left wing. Looking for the lap of Adam, but he's being pressed and then he has to go back because of that pressing. Now trying to get it across here over to Gallimore. Gallimore just can't hold of it. He just about keeps it in. Gets it to Robertson and back to Gallimore. Feels like it's gone out. Hasn't done though. Knocks it forward to Oglesby. Oglesby clears it forward. Hogg takes the touch back to Turner. Turner heads it forward, look for Watson, but then goes to Jameson who knocks forward. Then back to Tinkrew. Gets the ball forward and it's going to go to Watson perfectly here. He steps back a bit. Right footed ball looking for a Fabu, but it's going to be head away from him. But only go back to Turner who chests it down well. Turner's going to take the shot. It's always rising. I can't blame Turner after that stunning effort he scored on Tuesday night against Liversedge for going for that. Unfortunately, he couldn't get hold of it like he did against that with that goal. What a goal it was as well. Go back and watch it at some point if you haven't done already. Guysborough Town have retaken the lead against Pontefract. Jack Blackford scoring there. Pontefract a couple of years ago had a great run to the fourth qualifying round when they would end up losing to Halifax Town in a replay. One of those runs that every club at this level dreams about, especially when you get to face your big local non-league side that sometimes might visit you for a friendly. Ball goes long, touchdown into midfield by Gallimore. Then Goodwin goes in on Flett, and it's going to be a free kick there on the halfway line. Cleethorpes manager seems to be unhappy about something again. Tim Lowe, who's already been booked, one of the co-managers of Cleethorpes, along with Liam Dickens. They took temporary charge in March after the Nathan Arnold era came to a very short end, and now are looking to get them back challenging for promotion. As Goodwin had the referee in his way there, but Stocksbridge able to depossess Cleethorpes despite that. It's back in Cleethorpes' defence though now. Cleethorpes having more of the ball in this second half as they're looking to get Robertson down the right wing, and it looks like Robertson might just keep this in. He has kept him, but the ball goes in and Langton is able to run over and clear that one away. Rawson's trying to challenge for it, and Rawson's going to go down, and it's touching his face, Rawson, as he goes down, and I can't see anything too bad, but even though there is a head injury there, the referee does stop it. Be interested to see if Rawson can't continue how it would go in terms of substitutes. As the Cleethorpes fans here complain about that, though I'd like to remind the Cleethorpes fans of our head injury rules. Of if there is a stop injury to the head, any sort of thing, the game has to be stopped to check for concussions. And if you want to know more about why we do that, please go on to Jeff Astle Foundation, because it's an absolutely fantastic service that has shown why we need to take head injuries much more seriously. Dunstan have gone 2-0 up on Knaresborough Town. David Robinson so there. Ball goes back into the Cleethorpes defence now, and Robertson is back up after that check. Ball goes forward here, looking for Robertson. Tinker will head it away. Watson will then head it back into midfield for Hogg to clip forward. Rawson's the one who's going to challenge for this. It's pushing his back, but not giving, and headed on. And then there was a Jameson there is going to go down under Goodwin's challenge, and Goodwin gets a yellow card. And now, just noticeably that Danny Rose is swearing at the referee that as Ross Goodwin gets his booking. Just have to notice that Danny Rose could get himself in the book if he's not careful, because he has just said a certain swear word there. He did tell him, well, I can't say the word he says, or else my thing. But no punishment for that one, and it will be a free kick to Cleethorpes. Goodwin gets a booking. This ball goes long here from Jordan Cook. Robertson will look to press, but the offside flag goes up here. And it'll be a free kick back for the Steels. Sunderland are 2-1 up on Rotherham United. Joe Bellingham scored both those goals. Notts County also 3-0 up on Doncaster. And Sheffield Wednesday are losing 1-0 to Preston North End. Jamie Lindsay scoring. The other Owls losing, but these Owls here are currently drawing with Stocksbridge. As Townsend will look to send this one long from quite close to his own corner flag. Sending along, looking to try and get to Ifya Fabu, but it comes off his back, and then before Rose boots that one away, Langton is racing towards it with Annan being the one trying to put some pressure on him. Langton does the short pass, but only gives it back to Boyd, and there could be some problems here as Annan gets it on that left-hand side, back to Boyd on the left wing. Boyd collects it with some space. Langton is the man who's going to press him, but give it back here to Flett. He has to push the referee out of the way to get to it. Referee is getting himself in the way. I'm noticing that more often in the last few weeks. Referees just not positioning themselves well. Well, as there's a bit fighting with Boyd on that left wing, eventually goes out for a Cleethorpes throw-in. Currently 53 minutes gone in this one. So Cleethorpes just down on that, battling on that left-hand side. As I believe if you are here listening to it, we do have a pie bargain at the cafe to go get. Where I'm expecting a rush now. There is some. Go on, who's the greedy one who wants an extra pie? I want to see who gets up here. No one is, and now I've embarrassed them. And Cleethorpes have built it well down the left-hand side. Ball going, it's a good-looking ball here, but Tinker heads it away at the far post. Cleethorpes definitely the better in the second half as Watson's getting pressed in the back before he gets it back to Hogg, who clears it down. Headed by way to Cook towards Middleton here, now back to the left-hand side here to Dawson. Trying to get the cross-field ball in. Oglesby will head that one into field. Hogg takes a touch, and Hogg is going to get shoved in the back there in a free kick for the Steels. Consett are 2-0 up on Penrith. Ben Ramsey scoring there as Townsend will push it in. I do feel like the Steels might need a bit of an extra spark at the moment. Maybe Lewis McCaskill could be the man to offer it if he was to come on. Usually quite good when he comes off the bench. Well, there. As Townsend sent one long here to the left-hand side, headed away. Hogg will head it right back. Goodwin challenges, goes over his head, and then back for Cook to just boot this one up into the air. Headed back there by Hogg. Afebu's going to try and chase this and put pressure, but I think he's fouled Cook there, and he had, well, Middleton, I believe, and it is going to be a free kick here for Cleethorpes. 55 minutes gone in this one. It remains 0-0. Seems to always be plenty of goals at Wrexham matches at the moment. 4-3 at the moment to Swindon. Ball going long here from Cleethorpes. Lewis Boyd might have got the beating of Lemon there. He does get it, but Lemon is able to get back in position. Boyd here is going to try and get down the line here, trying to get beaten of him. Steps back, but Goodwin covers, and eventually it's knocked off Boyd for the goal kick. In the Liverpool match, Alex McAllister has been sent off for serious foul play. McAllister. So if you have him in your fancy team, I don't know even know I'm playing in fancy league this week. Townsend has sent the one along, looking for Rawson here. Can be headed away by Middleton and headed on by Flett, but out to play for a Stocksbridge throw. Stocksbridge just need a period of possession of which to try and press this Cleethorpes defence and test them, because they've not really done so yet in the second half. Lemon throwing the ball down, looking for Rawson, but headed away from them and then collected him in field and back to Hogg and knocked off a Cleethorpes player. Foot goes back to Lemon, and it's just a lazy pass from Lemon there. And Cleethorpes might be able to launch an attack. And it's a good ball that Robertson's going to chase forward Tinker. And then Tinker's managed to knock it away. Turner's trying to be the first one onto it. He is. He ends up passing it back to Tinker. And it's been caught out here by Jameson. Jameson into the box, but then well blocked by Oglesby. Oglesby stole the ball, knocks the ball away, and then Turner's going to slide challenge, but it's still with Gallimore. Gallimore's going to have it here on the right-hand side. Tries to get it into the box, and it's some good one-touch passing, but Rawson back defending is the one who clears it. And Afebu has the turn on Dawson. Afebu is going to try and get down the right-hand side. He's going further wide. He has to allow some of the players to get back and defend him. He's looking to cut inside. Afebu don't really know what he's doing at the moment with it. And then he's going to lay it off as a run for a Goodwin. Tackle goes in, Stocksbridge throwing. Belper have equalised against the league. Cameron Johnson scoring there. And Lemon's going to come over to take the throw in. And there is currently a Cleethorpes player down at the moment who Looks like he may have pulled some muscle in his groin. He is going to get back to his feet, thankfully. Don't want to see a play go off. It's Tom Jamieson there. And he looks like he should be all right. Bit of a weird one. Just obviously must have just... Sometimes when you are running, you just pull something for it hurts for like a minute or two and then it's fine. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Lemon's got this throw in here in a good attack position. Steels just need to really make the most of it because Cleethorpes have been the better side so far. Going to go short to a Fabu here. Back to Lemon. Right footed cross going in far one. Lemon's going to try and peel off. Gets there. He gets underneath it and out for a goal kick. Well, he's going to be a tricky one with the way he was getting pressured quite well by the Cleethorpes defender, but couldn't just get on of it. And it's going to be a goal kick here. Back for Dennis to take. If we draw this game, just let you know, the replay will take place on Wednesday night down at Cleethorpes. The ball goes long here, and Hogg will head it away before it's booted right back. The referee has to duck to do it, and Langton just sliced that ball, and Townsend will come and claim it, though, with Annan hovering, trying to make the most of that. Bit of a scary moment, but Townsend sweeping up quite well. Townsend sending it long, looking for a Fabu on this right-hand side. Off his back and further behind, and it's going to go out to be a Cleethorpes throw-in. Cleethorpes, Stocksbridge do need a bit more energy. I wouldn't be shocked to see if there's a substitute soon. As we're currently just... And as I say that, Lewis McCaskill is doing a referee and taking his shirt off, but this time to put a Stocksbridge shirt on. Goal kick for Stocksbridge now. And look at Thomas Poole here, so he is ringing the changes now. I'm trying to think if it's the same, what the sub rules are. I didn't actually ask if we have 5 subs in this game. Because it is the FA Cup. And really, the same rules should apply throughout the entire competition. It's kind of the idea of it. This ball goes long, headed away by Cleethorpes. Lemon's going to cover it, and Lemon is going to pass it back to Townsend, who sends this one away. Hey, goes to Hogg, touches it away, but that's going to be collected by Robertson here, who's looking to get on the right wing, and Tinker loses out on that tackle. Going to find Jamieson here on the right. Gets it to Robertson. Takes the touch. Back now to Gallimore. Then back here to Jamieson. Cash it across the midfield to Rose. Rose is going to get it across here to Flett. Flett's going to look for the ball, looking for Robertson on the right wing, but it's over here now for a goal kick. So, Townsend, and here comes the first substitute. And it looks like it's Thomas Poole will be the first man on. And it is going to be Jack Watson coming off for Thomas Poole. We'll have to wait a bit longer for McCaskill. So Townsend, we're waiting. Well, so not had the same impact that he had on Tuesday night, if we're being honest, but still another positive display from him as Townsend sending it long here. Rawson keeps it in really well. On the left-hand side, trying to get the better of his man. Long touch before Middleton has to throw it out. Good work from Luke Rawson. Thomas Poole there just in the middle of the box. He's going to take place on that right wing. Missed Tuesday night, was away on holiday, I believe, Thomas Poole. But what he will offer is not just obviously threatening the box and from the wing, it will be that set piece ability he has from free kicks and corners. It goes to Fabu, back to Tinker, and his ball in is blocked and out for a throw. Poole did score in the extra preliminary round last year against Golcar United, that free kick, that bash off the bar, under keeper's back, and then in. Tinker the throw right next to the corner flag now. Was it to a Fabu? Touch it back to Tinker, who's looking to get the beat on him. And to a Fabu, trying to get the ball in, but well blocked by Rose, but the offside flag is on and stops a Fabu, which seems fair enough. I think that might, well, correct, I did wonder for a second. So, it's back with Dennis for a free kick. That's like a goal kick. 63 minutes gone in this game, and it is still 0-0. Well, as Oakley heads that one forward to Rawson, takes a touch, but he's got it caught under his feet. And it is going to actually, I thought that, I was very shocked because I thought it was going to be a Cleethorpes throw, and it's actually a Stocksbridge one. Tinker owes it to Hogg, then back to Tinker. Right footed ball forward. A Faber who's looking to chase, who's switched onto the left wing for this second half. With Poole on the right. But he was too far hit. Declan Dennis is gone to collect it. Dennis sends it long here. If Oglesby gets it, but bounces awkwardly, goes to Flex trying to knock it over the top, and then Langton heads it away. The offside flag is up there, and Steels will get the free kick. Brodie Robertson was the man caught offside. So back for Townsend here. Take this free kick. I don't think either team particularly want the replay down at Cleethorpes on a Wednesday night. Brighouse a 2-0 up on call. Mohamed Kassim has scored his second. On ball going forward. Goodwin trying to head it on, but it's just going to bounce to Dawson, who clears it. Oglesby will track this and head it back now to Townsend, and he gets it in his feet. Well, he gets it in his hands, and now he rolls it out to his feet. He's going to send it long. Looking for Rawson. Headed away by Middleton. Back to Hogg, who is going to clip and looking for a Fabu. He's looking to get the turn, and he lays it off for Turner now on the left-hand side. Back to a Fabu. Collects it right-footed, looking for Tinker, but it's too overhit for him, and Cleethorpes are able to get back. They impress him immediately, but he's tripped, and it's a free kick to the Owls. Hogg trying to stop the quick return there, but and you could get a booking for that nowadays. So, quite lucky. North Ferriby leading 1-0 against Liversedge. Tom Corner scoring there. One of our new teams in our league, and facing the team that got relegated last year. And it's North Ferriby, the pro side, that's winning that one. As Turner's won after a loose eye, and this could be an opportunity here. Turner here goes forward. He hasn't really got many options. That slowed things down, allowed Cleethorpes to get back. Poole here will cut inside to Goodwin, who's allowed pass off to Turner. Good play. Turner on the right-hand side. Laid it off here for Lemon. Lemon gets it across. Rawson on the near post. Blocked out for a corner. Best play from Stocksbridge in this half. Big opportunity. Just seeing some comments. Seeing Sue Allcroft. Yeah, managed to get signal back. Come on, lads, you can score now. I'm here. And Ian Sutton. One goal is going to win this. And I think Ian might well be right here. As Poole, it will be his first corner of the game. As Grimsby Borough have equalised against Melton, Kane Winfara scoring his second. Got plenty of options in the box. As Poole is going to send a low fly to one, and it's headed in the box, but then cleared by Cleethorpes, and Cleethorpes have got it to feet, and they're going to see it look for the counter, but it may be a bit slow, and Turner's intercepted it back in their defence, but then they knocked it forward. Langton's going to head it to Goodwin, who heads it forward, but that's been blocked by Rose. Rose will pass it back to Jamieson, back into midfield, and looking for Rose, but does get it to Robertson as he goes past him. Robertson cutting inside with Tinker following him. Back into midfield, and now the overlap looking for Jamieson, but it's overhit one. Though it does bounce a bit awkwardly. It did give Jameson a bit of hope he was going to get to it, but it's going to be back here for Townsend. There is some improvement from Stocksbridge in this half. Now, Jack Emmett has got one back from Knaresborough. They're losing 3-1 to Dunstan now. The ball goes long. Headed away from Clifford, but only to Goodwin, who's going to hit forward for Poole to chase, but even Poole's not going to try for that one, and it goes back now to Dennis. 66 minutes gone in this game. It is still 0-0. A very tight match between two very even sides. As Middleton just going to carry this one forward. Cross into the defence now. Take it forward. Just going to try to get onto the right wing here. As Robertson cuts inside, and then some 1-2 gives it back to him in midfield, and then back into their defence. As Middleton will look to get it onto the left-hand side, looking for Boyd, but it's too far for him. It's a throw into the Steels. Back now for Lemon to take. Throws it down, looking for Rawson, but the throw is just going to go right out of play here. So we're going to just get it again. I don't know how that works, but we'll see how he does. I don't think Lemon another chance to throw it down the line. He does, and it's headed me. Well, I thought it was headed by Cleethorpes. Stocksbridge kept it in, but giving it back to Cleethorpes. A bit daft, really. That it's back in the defence and sent long here from Jordan Cook for Adam to chase, and Adam will collect it on the left wing. Forced backwards by Langton, but he's in a good position. Passes it to Flett. Flett's going to go down the left-hand side, but he's going to be forced backwards and back to Rose now. Stockbridge will allow him to go back with that. And back onto the left-hand side. And then back here to Rose as it's going to go back and then all the way back now to Middleton as Stocksbridge continue to press, try and force them a bit further out here. Right foot of ball looking for the right wing here of Annan, but it's headed away. Oaks heads away. A Faber will head it on, and it's a bit too far. It's going to just go. We're back here, and Turner will continue to press, and it's sent long. Oglesby is going to try and cover this. Robertson got beaten of him there, but Oglesby's got back to it there, and Oglesby will knock it off Robertson and get the throw in next to that corner flag. Stockton have equalised against Ashington. Adam Nicholson has scored at that game. Back here for Tinker to take this throw in. Such a difficult match so far to tell which way it's going to go. As it's with Middleton now. Middleton in midfield, and it's just now with Jameson, some passing around in the midfield, and then across to Rose. And Rose is looking to get it cross field, and it's a bit caught under the feet of Flett there, and then Lemon is able to tackle him because of it. Lemon gets it close to Oglesby. Oglesby's going to send it down long, and it's just a poor ball, and Stocksbridge just have lost their ability to play at the moment as it's back now with Rose in midfield, and Rose looks to get it cross field, but offside flag goes up on Robertson anyway, but Tinker had intercepted, and it's got back with Townsend. Townsend rolls it out, going long. Rawson will look to challenge for it, but Middleton heads it away, headed on by Flett, and then further on by Annan, and it's going to be challenged by Bobby, but Lemon gets it away. Hogg's going to carry it off, back to Poole, then back to Lemon, and Lemon's going to send a long ball forward, but it's just going to be comfortably collected by Cook, and it just looks like Stocksbridge don't have many ideas at the moment, as it's in midfield and touched forward by Flett to Annan. Godwin going in with the tackle, he misses it. And then it's going to go spread out to Robertson on the right-hand side. He's going to run at Tinker. Lays off for Jameson. Goal goes across, blocked by Tinker, and Tinker's going to try and get it away, but he's lost out on it. Back to Robertson on the edge of the box. Then back to Rose. He's looking to see what he can do with it. And it's going to be, well, he's still deciding. He's not really had much pressure on him. He lays it off in the end. Here to Flett. Then it goes to Gallimore, who's onto the right-hand side. He's going to cut inside. He's still running. He's going backwards now and all the way back to Middleton. This game has a feel of a pre-season friendly at the moment. You would not think it's an early round of an FA Cup where teams are fighting for money and fame. As Tinker goes in with a good tackle, and Tinker's just going to go it himself here, and he's going to look for the crossfield ball. No one's really there. Poole will challenge for it. Dawson's going to be forced backwards. It's not a great touch, and Dawson has to knock out for throwing. And the pressure from Poole as well. Tinker, I think, just going, I've had enough of this, and trying to do it himself. As it sounds like Lewis McCaskill is now going to be going on, and I think that's what this game needs, a bit of bite in it, which McCaskill offers. Big high ball going into the box. So Faber's going to try and chase it down. He's got back to goal at the moment, trying to turn, but he's been followed all the way. Gets passed back to Hogg. Hogg here will try and clip it over, looking for Lemon. Lemon right foot across, going in. Goodwin trying to get the end of it, and he can't, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Goodwin so inches away from being able to make this 1-0. Comes out pretty much nothing, that, but Goodwin just so close to just getting on the end of that and making it 1-0. Back for Dennis now. Better from Stocksbridge there. Wonder if we might see someone like Luca de Falco later on in the match as well. As the ball just goes long here, and Tinker clears it down. Rawson's going to leave. I think he was offside, but so it's now headed back to Dennis. And he rolls it out to Ben Middleton. Cleethorpes look like they might be getting their first substitution soon. And it looks like Alex O'Connor might also be heading on soon. As the ball is played across defence. With Cook now, who's going to send it long, looking for Robertson. Tinker's going to go back to it. I think Robertson will be the first to the ball on the right wing, close to the corner flag, but Tinker gets an attack. It's a throw into Cleethorpes now. Ossett a 2-0 up on Wythenshawe. Charlie Rainey has scored there. Throwing in right back here to Jameson. Oh, across here to the left-hand side. Still in the middle with Flett. Onto Annan, who's dropped back deep here. Bit of a fault. Then to Fleck, then to Rose. Stop Cleethorpes probing and quick passing, trying to break through as it goes to Jameson, then back to Gallimore. Trying to pass through it here to Rose, who's getting into the box, but forced out by the tackle, but it's with Gallimore again. Gallimore going horizontal, looking for the space, lays it off to Fleck, who has a bit more time on the ball, but he just gives it back to Rose. Rose here, thinking of a dramatic pass, he's not going to do it, and said he's going to lay off, and it's a bit of a poor one that Pool's looking to get on the end of. He does get a foot onto it, but Fleck then does, and it's going to bounce out for a throw into Stocksbridge. Looks like Harry Lewis is the man who is going to be coming on for Cleethorpes very soon. Former Gainsborough Trinity man, who's already scored 2 goals for Cleethorpes this season. As it's back now with Lemon for this throwing. As it's 74 minutes gone. 16 minutes to decide this cup tie. Headed away, but and blocked off Turner, but out for a throw. Back to Cleethorpes it goes. So waiting for Pascal going in. It's broke down left-hand side for Boyd. Boyd has great space. He needs to find Robertson. He's looking for him. Townsend cuts it out well. He knew what he needed to do. He knew who he needed to try and find, but Ben Townsend stepped off his line well to claim that one. Townsend's had a great start to the season. Sent long, looking for Fabu. Tried to flick it on, but is immediately intercepted. Goodwin next in, knocks it long for Rawson, who's going to knock it on in one for Fabu to try and chase, but it's going to be collected first by Cook, who clears it out. Tinker will want first foot to get it back to Rawson, who gets it under his feet and tries to tap it onto Turner. Turner has to challenge, and it bounces into a favourable position if Poole can get it, and Poole will get the first header onto it, and Poole just can't get the second touch there, and Dawson tries to get away, but only for Lemon to get to it. Tries to get back with Turner's not really aware what he's doing. It's out for a throw in there. Leek Town now 3-1 up on Belper. Jake Avery scoring the latest. And we are going to see a substitute for either side here. So it's Brody Robertson going up for Harry Lewis. And Lewis McCaskill. Oh. So Lewis McCaskill is coming on for Iffy Afabu, which I've somehow had on here already. And then for the away team, Lewis is coming on for Robertson. Lewis has scored 2 goals already for Cleethorpes, and he's definitely been brought on to try and win this game for the Owls. Just a bit of time for referees having a bit of a chat here. So, oh yes, it's blood on. I can't see because of the red shirt, but it's blood on the shirt here for. Leave that is that Jordan Cook there? I think. Yes, Jordan Cook with blood on the shirt, so he's going to get just a bit of a stoppage there. Wow. So, as bad as it sounds, obviously for Stocksbridge, this might be a bit of an opportunity while he has to sort himself out and get a shirt change. Well, a certain back pairing that's been very strong in this game. It is Cleethorpes throwing at the moment. Lewis McCaskill has taken position on the left wing. Friend down lane, headed on. Goodwin wins in the tackle and then collected though by Fleck. Trying to get it to the right wing, but cut out to McCaskill's first touch, but he loses on his first touch. Back here with Fleck, who's looking to get to Lewis on the right wing, who looks like being a Turner slips as he tackles, but he does get a tackle in, but it's back with Lewis, who's trying to get to the byline. Crunching tackle goes in from McCaskill. The other substitution came out at the same time with him, but McCaskill wins out, gets it to Turner. Turner out-turns Lewis and then clears it away to Poole, who tries to get it back to Hogg, but that's been intercepted by Rose, but Hogg goes in with a good tackle. And then the second one, Hogg clips his man, no free kick given there. Goodwin then tries to go in, but then late on, the free kick is given. Quite late, that was. And it's a free kick to Cleethorpes. So it's Rose, Danny Rose, not that Danny Rose, the former England international. Told he's better than that by the Cleethorpes committee. Just on the free kick now. As it looks like there's just a telling off for Brody Robertson on the bench for not having his vest on yet. So it's back with Danny Rose to take this free kick from well out. He's going to pass it back into defence here. I can see that Stansted have been grounded. They're losing 5-0. So it's back here for Cook, who's going to get it onto the right wing here, but it's missed by Lewis, and he tries to keep it in, but it's out for a throw-in. I thought that was a good one. So it's with Tinker now for the throw-in, who's going to throw it here to Hogg, back to Oglesby, takes touch, then gives it back to Townsend, who's going to be pressed by Annan here, but Townsend does get it out. Look, but it might just go out of play here. That's what Dawson's going to allow it to do, and it is a throw-in, just as he gets it into Rose and back down to Dawson, then to Rose. Goodwin's going to go press, but they give it back to Cook, back on the pitch now after the blood on the shirt. Sent long, though, and Oglesby heads away to Turner, who pushes it back to Tinker, and Tinker's going to send it long. And McCaskill is looking to get the beat to his man. With McCaskill on the left-hand side. It gets it caught under his feet, but McCaskill has got it back here on the byline. McCaskill loses the ball for a second. He needs some support now, and he does get it through Turner. Turner looks to get it down the left, but he's been tackled, and he trips up his man, and the attack's over there. The thing just got let down by McCaskill at corner's feet. McCaskill's just come on here, and McCaskill got his very first goal for Stocksbridge against Cleethorpes last season, finishing off that 3-0 win. Definitely not going to be a 3-0 win for either side today. As it's now back for Dennis to take this free kick. Turner will be disappointed that gave away that one when just with Cleethorpes under some pressure. Ball goes long back to Langton, who's just going to allow it to get to feet and then clip it, looking for Poole. Poole is going to be trying to get the first touch, knocks it on, but no one's there really. As Middleton will gather it, takes the touch, and then the pressure going in as Luke Falco is getting summoned. So maybe we're going to see an extra striker on soon as it goes here to Jamieson. I just realised I took the mick out of Stansted and now there's an airplane going above. Oh, as it's now in central defence here. So Poole will continue to press. Do wonder if Luca Falco comes on, is it time for him, the man who has literally raised the street over to be the FA Cup hero? Ball goes long, headed back near to Wilson, but it's been cut out by Hogg, and then Turner will get it to the right wing here, and it's shoved over Poole, and it's going to be a free kick. Dawson has to be careful with fouls like that, as he is on a yellow card. It's the sort of thing this referee in particular might penalise. And it is going to be a substitute here, as John Oglesby is going to be coming on for Lewis Boyd. Oglesby, a favourite over at Cleethorpes. Not to be mistaken with our Charlie Oglesby. No relation, to my knowledge. And it's a chance for Oglesby. Will he be the match winner? That's what every person coming on now is thinking. As Langton will send this ball, trying to get as far forward as possible, headed away and then flicked on by Flett, and it's just going out for a Stocksbridge throw-in, and pretty much very near where the free kick was taken. And just Lemon taking time with this throw-in as he throws it down the line, looking for Rawson, headed out though, and it's actually I was wondering which the free kick's being given to Cleethorpes bizarrely, I think, because Rawson had 2 men on the back of him, but not sure what they saw, but they saw the foul. So it's going to be a free kick to Cleethorpes as Stockbridge just can't make that ball stick up front at the moment. Ball going long here. Chested down by Cleethorpes, and Lemon gets the tackle in on Oglesby. First their action from Cleethorpes substitute. As he gets thrown into the side, Langton gets the tackle in, goes to Hogg here. Hogg will clear it down the line looking for Rawson. Rawson takes it in stride well on the right wing, but then stands on the ball, and then he's going to lose it. Rawson's appealing for free kick. He's not going to get it because it definitely was one. It wasn't one. As Tinker then heads that long ball forward, it's going to be a front split back in their own half. Belper definitely out of the cup. They're losing 4-1 to Leek. Jake Avery scored. And now Luca DeFalco is going to be coming on.
Still substitution request number 9, Luke Rawson.
And
is 18, Luke
Rawson, who has looked quite tired towards the end. He has been engaging, but it's Luca DeFalco. We know his story. Come through the academy, been with the club since he was 8 years old. You can see his house from the stadium. Pretty sure you can anyway. Just over there somewhere, literally. It's a good line. Martin's taking the nick of my lines here. But he is the one person who hasn't been bothered by the lorry blocking the way because he walked up. Yeah, he walked up. Yeah, Luca. He's the one person who's not boxing. He can walk past the damn thing. No, you're not. I know you aren't. You drive. Sorry, having an argument with the announcer. It's the stadium announcer. As DeFalco gets a good first touch onto it here. Looking to be his man. Gets it left over McCaskill. It's a good ball for McCaskill. He's going to have a fight with Jameson for it. But then both players tumble over. And then Jameson wins the foul out of it. As it's 85 minutes gone in this game. There is not long left in it at all. And that was some good work from DeFalco. He just, unfortunately, the foul was given away. Ashington have had a player sent off, Scott Heslop. That does mean Scott Heslop will miss our match next Saturday against us. Scott Heslop for Ashington. Ball going long. Go back to Langton, who takes it to chest, clears it away. Only 2 rows. And they're going to try and quick it onto the left-hand side, and it just can't be holding by Oglesby there. Grimsby Borough have had a great game against Melton. They're now 3-2 up there. Thomas Hipwell scoring. And now Leek Town are 5-1 up on Belper. Liam Buckley scoring. Lemon. I mean, I can hear the Cleethorpes ball reacting to the Grimsby Borough scores. Just as the Grimsby Borough guys did when we were saying that the Cleethorpes scored when they came here last back in March. As Luke at the I don't know, the referee is giving every tiny little bit of physical contact as a foul at the moment. As the final Cleethorpes substitute comes on, it's Luke Hinsley coming on for Alex Flett. And they're going to throw everything at this game now. Hinsley, who did spend some time on trial with Stocksbridge last summer in 2022, played in the friendly against Belper, then signed for Belper. So who was he really on trial for that day? But the free kick is here now for Cleethorpes in their own half. For to the Wortley Arms sign. Ball goes long here. Looking to try, can they keep it in here? It's a good loan if they can. They do just about keep it in, but the passing didn't really have much power on it. Townsend has come well to collect it. Some last cheers from some of the Steels fans to try and urge them on to try and get something out, a win out of this. And avoid the trip to Cleethorpes on Wednesday night. Long ball forward here. Goodwin tries to flick it on, but it's heading back into midfield and then knocked on before Langton heads away back to Lemon. Lemon here is going to look to get crossfield, looking for McCaskill, but headed away into midfield. Pool's trying to get onto it. Pool does get the touch, and he gets it back to Turner now, then back to Pool, who just seems to get something caught there, and then the counter might be on now. It's Harry Lewis down the right-hand side. Tinkers charging back to defend, just needs not to foul here, and Lewis says, being forced into a difficult choice, and he has flipped it down to Oglesby on the left-hand side. Lucas Falco's come back to defend. Oglesby cutting in the inside, cuts it into the middle, into Lewis. Goodwin misses the tackle. Here comes a shot, well over, and into the road back there. And that's a real problem because that road is closed and we cannot go get back that ball at the moment. I think. I don't know, maybe one of those lads were trying to climb a fence to get to it, so maybe we would have, but that road is currently closed. It's one of the reasons that lorry is there blocking Bocking Hill. Back now for Townsend. Townsend is sending it long. Goodwin is going to look to get onto this. But Goodwin, he comes up, he challenged it with Poole and neither get it. But Cleethorpes now, tackle goes in last off McCaskill. It's going to be Cleethorpes throwing. 87 minutes gone as Jameson throws it down the line. Touch on here from Hinsley, but it's been won by Oglesby, and Oglesby just trying to get away with the harassment. Gives it back to Tinku. Gets it down off Hinsley. It's going to be actually come off Tinkle. That's going to be a throw for Cleethorpes. Good work from Luke Hinsley there, the substitute. Coming back now for Jamieson to take throw, and I think it's going to be a long throw here. They've sent Jordan Cook up, who's going to take position at the near post. Leg long throw going in, looping one, headed away by Hogg. Turns looking to be the first one onto it, but he doesn't get to it. It's going to be Cleethorpes. Back to Jamieson now. Gets the beating of McCaskill. Next puts the ball in, blocked by Hogg. Feels for a handball, so it's going to be a corner kick. Stocksbridge got to defend strong here in the last moments. It's going to be a tough end to this game for Stocksbridge. As now they might just be praying for the replay at this point. Lots of defending needed. Only DeFalco and McCaskill left outside the box. Here comes a corner floated. Shirt pulling there on Oglesby. Not spotted, and it's out for a goal kick. Saw Shirt Oglesby get dragged across the 6-yard box here. And now it's back here. Oglesby. So it sounds like we're going to get 6 minutes of added time here. So plenty of time for a player on either team to make themselves the hero. Phil Watt has added some energy to the Belper scoreline because they've made it, well, they've got one back. It's 5-2 there. Long ball from Townsend here. Poole looks to head it on, but it's been headed away by Cleethorpes. Goodwin challenges. Goodwin's not one for McCaskill to chase. He's going to try to get his back into it, but it's cleared by Cleethorpes. And then to Gallimore knocks it forward, but Langton's got to it going, but it's got caught under Langton's feet. Into Annan, and Annan, I think, picked the wrong pass there. Got it to Oglesby on the left. He did have Hinsley forward, but Oglesby's running into the box. Here comes a pass crossing block. Second one goes towards goal and saved by Townsend. A hard-dropping moment for the Steels, but they get away with that for now. Back for Townsend, who's going to throw that out to Lemon now. Lemon taking it forward, and Lemon's going to go forward looking for Poole, but headed away from him, then back in to Rose, and this long passing is just not working, and then there's a lot of space now for Annan to operate in. He's got so much space, he's not really sure what he wants to do with it. He goes to the right to Lewis here, who's facing up with Tinker. Tries to cut him, but well blocked by Goodwin, but collected back by Lewis, and back here to Gallimore. Then to Jamieson. Tries to put the pass forward, but by McCaskill. Throw in here. We are in the first minute of added time. Back to Jamieson here. Goes inwards, but Turner goes in with a tackle, and we're still with Cleethorpes. Back with Jamieson now. Going back to Rose, and then to Gallimore. Goodwin goes in with a tackle, still with Cleethorpes though, and it's Jamieson who's broken away a bit. Lays pass through into the middle. Hinsley picks up to Annan, takes a touch. Annan's going to take the shot. Blocked by Oglesby, and it's going to be is that a free kick on the edge of the box there? There's appeal for a penalty, and it is in the box. So there's that handball from Langton was in the box. That's what they're appealing for. But the referee is going to go for a yellow card here for Langton for it. Langton saying it was chest. It's going to be a yellow card for Mitch Langton and a free kick on the very edge of the area. Is it going to be heartbreak for the Steels here? Big defence needed. Townsend going to be put to the test. The wall going to be put to the test. It is literally on the edge of the box here. And the nerves have ranked up round Brackenmore for this one. Harry Lewis is going to do it. Ian Richards urging the players not to jump. I'm just in. This is just. God, it's 5-4 to Swindon. Hit that match against Wrexham. Here we go. So free kick, edge of the area. Take the shot, trying to chip it over. It's in the top. Big free kick. Steels penalised there. And out the FA Cup. Very disappointing. Will Annan scored his 4th of the season with that free kick, and it looks like the Steels are going to be out of the tournament once again. Stocksbridge have got some time to do it. There'll be some other time after that. We are in the 3rd minute of time for at least 3 minutes. And Stocksbridge need to throw everything at this to force us back to Cleethorpes. As the Cleethorpes player taking their time returning, and I won't be shocked if Luke Inslee, if he doesn't get on back to the half quickly, will get a booking. Game, now here we go. Stocksbridge now must press. Luke Hogg quickly getting the ball down the right-hand side, but headed away back to Goodwin, who touches it onto the right side for Lemon. Lemon takes touch back now here to DeFalco, trying to beat him, but he's lost the ball there and then cleared away and out for a throw into Stocksbridge. Back for Lemon now. He needs a bit of rush by Stocksbridge. Lemon throws it to Goodwin. Back to Lemon, takes the touch, immediately press, gets past one man though. Gets it down to the right to DeFalco. DeFalco puts the cross in, blocks another throw in on that right-hand side. Literally only Luke Hogg and Ben Townsend back for Stocksbridge here. As Lemon here will throw it backwards to Hogg. On Hogg now will take the touch. Clips the ball, looks to get it in the box, but headed away. Townsend racing to be the first onto it. Takes a touch. He's trying to keep it in, but it's going to be a throw into Cleethorpes here. And it's just time is ticking away as Stocksbridge will not get a journey in the FA Cup like last year as things stand. As Cleethorpes take their time with this throw-in. It's just, this is actually taking a minute now because they're both just standing each other looking at the ball, and the referee is going to come over here. He needs to take a booking here because, and here does come the booking, as it is a yellow card for Jordan Cook. Because it was deliberate, that. And if it's not careful, there might be another booking here. As Cook does get his booking for deliberate time wasting. The referees for this first season have been key on this. Thrown down the line. Oglesby heads it away. Knocked over to Hogg, who takes the touch. He's going to take the touch in now to Turner, then to Hogg, not long. Poole will get the touch now, and Poole trying to lay it through to McCaskill, but cleared away. Oglesby will have it covered though. Heads it back. Goodwin will look together, but Hinsley wins the header, and it's going to be Oglesby to collect it, but he's offside here. It does often go into the back of the net, but it isn't. Going to go back now for Townsend to take this one. We are in the 96th minute at a time. Rolls along. Tinker heads it on, but then cleared away. Back for Oglesby, who knocks it forward to Tinker, who gets pushed over. It's going to be a free kick to the Steels. And he's that number 2, by the way, Tom Jameson's booted away, but there's no fuck out for him, so it's been inconsistent, this booking for it. And now, is Ben Townsend going to go up for this is the question. I think he'll be asking Ian, will it... That's what Ben's asking, if he can. I don't think he's been given permission from Ian. Hogg's on the edge of the area as well, as Steels have everyone up. Here comes Poole's ball in. It's a good looking one, but it's going to be headed on and then out for a goal kick, and that's probably going to be it. And that is unfortunately going to be Steels, who had that incredible FA Cup run last time. Sounds like this might be it for it. As Declan Dennis walks back to the yard thing, and we'll see what the referee does about that. Nothing, I presume. Sort of time. It's just a complete difference to Tuesday night when we were so good. Ball goes long, sent very long here, then headed away by Oglesby, and then collects back by the other Oglesby on the left-hand side. Langton does get a tackle, but it's passed back and knocked over the top 4. Oglesby is going to stay in actually really well for him. And then it's going to go into the corner flag where Cleethorpes will look to keep it. And then Stocksbridge will look to try and get it out there. It's gone out for a Cleethorpes throw-in though. Throwing it on the left-hand side here. Looking for Hinsley, then back to Hinsley. He goes back into the corner flag. And it's going to be a free kick for offside here for the Steels, who will now look to push everyone up because this game is going on a lot longer than we thought it would at the moment. And then now so this goes Townsend has gone to kick the ball away, has then had it kicked away from Hinsley. Hinsley's got a booking for that, and it's going to be interesting to see what Townsend now, because if he's going to get a book, but there is some absolute foul play stuff going on from Cleethorpes at the moment, which is really disappointing for a side that has always played good football, has played good football today. They've turned to the dark arts completely, and to be honest, as a side, have kind of let themselves down a bit with it. As Townsend sends this one long, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. As it's going to be throwing on this left-hand side. I'm waiting for the full-time whistle to go here. Throwing goes down, headed on, but cleared by Oglesby. Goodwin heads it on, head on. And that's going to be full-time. It's 1-0 to Cleethorpes. The FA Cup journey ends now. Stocksbridge lose 1-0 thanks to that free kick from Will Annan at the edge of the box. Some real poor time wasting at the end, I thought. That was really disappointing to see, especially Luke Hinsley. That was really just amateurish stuff, I think. But unfortunately, we didn't play well enough in this game, Stocksbridge. They got the one moment of magic, Cleethorpes, and they will progress. We will see you on Tuesday night away at Grantham, depending on their result. If not, it'll be Saturday at home.